On New Year's Day, a dream. The scene is brown, the sun is high, the worries are none, and it's alright. An alarm, 8 a.m., the radio.
From California State University, Northridge.
Tenho palabras con... del juego fue como
The horniest.
Although Watts is a predominantly Negro community, there seem to be no elements of racial protest in the uprisings. Rather, they seem to be riots without cause, occurring as they did in the week the Voting Rights Bill was signed. NAACP Executive Secretary Roy Wilkins said the civil rights cause does not condone or in any way approve rioting and looting as a weapon to secure citizenship rights. Other Negro leaders concurred in condemning the violence.
They hear and they see that nothing is being done. So they're like, well, I'm going to go out and get something. We lived through the 60s, and I don't believe that I'm seeing this again in my lifetime.
We knew that something was going to happen if the jury came back and found those police officers not guilty or innocent, if you will, of beating Rodney King. We just did not know where that it would come from. We had people who'd call the station on the air and off the air as well, and they would say, you know, if they find those cops innocent and this, da-da-da, and, you know, some you take with a grain of salt, but there were too many. And they were from like different people. It wasn't like unorganized. After a while being in the business, you can tell when you're getting a setup call or organized call. These were just different people from different persuasions and age groups, you could tell, and backgrounds articulating the same frustrations about the situation in Los Angeles as far as what they felt the treatment from African Americans. And so we knew something was going to happen. We just did not know where it was going to jump off. So when the verdict came, that was our mission, to be ready for anything that came down. And that's what happened.
I'm sitting here almost in tears. I can't believe that these kids, these people are out of here doing this to our community. I mean, we are people who go to work hard every day to have what we have. I'm proud to tell people that I live in Baldwin Hills. I'm proud to tell people that if they want to consider it South Central LA, it's South Central LA, but there are good people here. I came home from work tonight right there at the intersection of La Brea and Rodeo, and I'm looking at women out there cheering these people on. They're smashing windows. They're burning up our thrifty drugstore. They're burning our supermarkets. Where the hell else can we go to get food and get treated with some amount of decency? Are we going to go to Westchester? They're going to sneer at us when we walk in there. Yes, I'm hurt that the verdict was what it was, but I'm hurt for my people. These people have got to listen. This certainly isn't what you call a damn revolution.
Not at all.
Revolution brings about positive change.
I think the radio station understood the potency of the spoken word, because a lot of times black radio we like to play music and goof off and give away prizes, and basically that's what radio is really, you know, for entertainment. But I think because we have gotten a mandate from our owner, Stevie Wonder, that we're here to serve the community, and we're here to make a difference, you know, because he's always telling us we can make a difference. We can touch so many people at any given time, you know, just immediately. And so we should use the medium.
Let's go back to the phones. Good evening. You're on the special edition of Front Page. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Joyce, calling from Long Beach.
Yes, Joyce.
I just wanted to say that people are appalled to what's going on, but what do they expect? I mean, they take our trial and put it into an all-white community, you know, whereas we have no say-so over what's going on. Whereas it took place within our community, why can't we justify whether those police officers are guilty or not.
KJLH here on Front Page. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Jerry, and I'm calling from Los Angeles.
Yes, Jerry.
I just like to say that I'm hurt by what went on and very frustrated and disgusted. I'm not a registered voter. I do intend to register.
Good for you.
My son is 21 years old, and I dared him to go out into that community. He needs to stay here. I was here in the Watts riot. This is the ugliest, most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And this is not the way for us to vent our frustration. This is what they expect us to do.
1023 KJLH, Compton, Los Angeles, an extended version of the Front Page in the aftermath of the violence from the Rodney King verdict. We'll recap a couple of things maybe you're not aware of. So far, last check, there were over 75 people injured. I know that number's gone up tremendously by now. 8 known dead. The truck driver we probably all saw in the news yesterday was pulled from his rig at Florence and Normandy. He was beaten to submission. He's undergoing surgery. A firefighter, this is what gets me. A firefighter shot in the face trying to do his job. He's fighting for his life in surgery right now.
In that count, we don't have the number of jobs.
Of course. No, this was at, what, 1 o'clock this morning, Carl?
1 o'clock. Number of businesses that have been lost.
On businesses. Daniel Freeman Hospital in Inglewood, reporting emergency room. It's overflowed. I'm sorry. Over 25-plus patients just sitting by waiting for treatment. Children, there were at least 15 children brought in for various wounds, broken glass, objects being thrown at them. You're on Front Page. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Rooney, and I'm calling from Daniel Freeman, Inglewood.
Are you working at Daniel Freeman right now?
Yes, right this minute.
What is the climate? What's going on?
It's extremely busy. There's a lot of pressure on the employees there. You know, outbursts in the emergency room.
Yeah. Is overflowing right now?
Yes, overflowing. People are yelling and arguing. One girl was all cut up, bleeding. And a security guard that works there, who's a very fine man, happens to be a white guy. He was trying to talk to her, and she started yelling and hollering, "White man, don't touch me!" 15 other people jumped up to see what was wrong, and they got in the doorway and just made
a scene out of nothing is what you're saying, huh?
Right.
I'm sorry to hear that. I know you got work to do down there, and thank you for sharing that with us. We need to hear what's going on and keep us up to date whenever you can. We'll try to give you more information, keep you up to date on school closures, traffic problems, or anything of that nature.
Mayor Bradley had a meeting at First AME Church and trying to calm the community down. But the folks who were tearing up Los Angeles, they were not at First AME, and we knew that. So we went there, reporting what was going on. The so-called leaders of the city were there trying to keep a cool head. But the people were really very, very upset would not enter into the church walls. Those are the folks who are out in the streets doing their things. We decided to turn the airwaves over to our listeners and, allow them to relieve the stress, get it off their chest, but also come up with some ideas. How can we do? And the voting issue, again, was one of the things that we discussed, because a lot of us don't like to register to vote because some don't want to go serve on jury duty. There you go, the jury duty. Again, the jury, all-white jury in Simi Valley, sets the police free who beat up Rodney King. So that was one solution and a lot of people said, well, I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to go around and I'm going to register to vote.
There are some sick people, and they call them arsonists.
Machismo does not begin at the end of a gun.
Some of these fires are profiting somebody.
And I think what KJLH has been able to do is to give people a voice to be heard.
Looking out of the window, and first, of course, is disbelief. You're like, well, you kind of feel like you're watching a movie. We're so desensitized by watching movies and television with all the special effects and things that are out now. It's just like, nothing really shocks you. But then you kind of look at it, and it's like, well, nobody said cut, no commercial came on. This is real.
12:24, 24 minutes after midnight. It's a brand new day, but the same thing is going on. This is a special edition of Front Page. We're trying to give you an outlet, a way to vent your frustrations and your feelings over the radio instead of going out and looting in the streets. Above all, I don't know if we can emphasize this enough. Please stay out of the street.
I'm not a radio jockey, but here's a song for the liberation. Futurism Restarted by the Minutemen.